Hello, my name's John Greenwood. I'm editor of Corporate Advisor, and we're down here at the Corporate Advisor Summit where I'm talking to James Markham, Managing Director of B2E Technologies. James, what is it that you got out of this morning's session?
It was very enjoyable, of course, but it showed, I think, the industry's typical and understandable focus on product design. And inevitably, with my interest and involvement in technology, what worries me there is that the industry, as it has done for a while now, not focused on the way in which products are delivered, the distribution of those products.
And what sort of problems do you see emerging from that lack of investment and focus?
Well, there are a number of problems, to be honest. I mean, if you pick up one of the topics that happened this morning, which is obviously very, very topical, which is the distribution of digital advice. Of course, it's something that we have to get into because we need to lower the cost of giving advice and guidance to users. But if you look at the industry's track record in terms of writing algorithms, not necessarily for advice, which is a very complicated thing to write an algorithm for, but even just simply for the manufacturing and distribution process of the products themselves. That track record is very poor. We have very poor levels of automation, very high costs of interoperability. So I'm not holding out a lot of, I shouldn't put it like that. I am concerned that we need to put a great deal of focus into understanding and writing the algorithms. That is not going to come easily, and it will probably not come without a lot of mistakes.
It's funny. Well, it's very interesting that you say that because one of the questions that David Gill, we were lucky enough to have David Gill, FCA Director of Policy, down here today, and he was being pushed by advisors about whether they can operate in the current regulatory environment, and he was very clear, saying you can operate, you've just got to make sure that your advice is correct and that the algorithms beneath these technological models work properly. So you're suggesting that actually the industry hasn't got a great track record when it comes to algorithms?
We don't have a good track record, and whilst I understand the government's position regarding what David was saying, it in a sense it's a warning to the industry to focus a lot more of its investment and attention on having a director of technology rather than only just a director of investment or a director of product design, and that isn't the way the industry is structured at the moment. We need more innovation and more focus on the way technology is addressing these problems.
And we also had Leslie Titcombe of the pensions regulator down here as well, and she was being pushed by you, saying, well, we need greater interoperability between systems, standards, and yet that's not happening. What did you feel about what she had to say?
I knew that would be the answer, but I was disappointed about the answer. And the reason I'm particularly disappointed about that answer is because we know that other government departments for other key industry sectors, manufacturing, aerospace, construction, have all had intervention by government, not running IT projects, but catalysing conversations to define the rules of the game. So we don't waste money playing different rules. We all play by the same set of rules. It astonishes me that the financial service industry is so fundamental, and pensions, which is what we're talking about right now, so core to government policy at the moment, and somehow that's not a candidate for simple catalysing of collaboration so that we all start to play by a shared set of rules.
Thank you, James. Much to talk about, much to think about, and much to push on.